Hello and welcome to Surprisingly Music Podcast. I'm Taryn.
I'm Trevor.
And today we will be talking about the Dr. Feelgood album. This is a podcast where we alternate around who's picking the album. One week it's you, next week it's me. Then we draw a modern album out of the hat.
Because apparently we don't listen to modern music.
We really don't. And this episode is a testament? I don't know words. It's a testament to that. Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue, the 1989 glam metal album. This was
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. This was my album pick, but we are both pretty good Motley Crue fans.
I'd say you're a bigger Motley Crue fan than I.
Yeah, I would say I am, but like you listen to them.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You'd put Kickstart My Heart on your own accord. Like, I wouldn't have to be tugging on your leg to get you to put it on. Or just touch your leg.
I don't tug on my leg.
All right. So, yep, this is the 1989, their biggest album. What?
Is this their biggest album?
Oh, yeah. It's the only one to reach #1, and it's the highest sales out of all their albums. Which I'm kind of not surprised.
It makes sense because this has like, I'd say 3 of like the songs that I know them for.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have other ones like "Shout at the Devil" that's not on this album. It's on Shout.
Girls.
Girls, Girls is another good song.
And Home Sweet Home is on the
Home Sweet Home, and we'll talk about it because
Yeah.
I have notes about Home Sweet Home
Yeah.
on this album. Home Sweet Home is probably the best 80s power ballad.
It's the only good 80s power ballad.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You are 100%
and everyone
right.
felt the need to do it too because they were like, that's really good. I can also slow it down, only have like a piano, and use my 80s hair metal voice and be super good too.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's because they're good.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
Motley Crue, who are they?
Um.
For some reason, for years, I thought Nikki Sixx was the guitarist.
Oh no, he's the bassist.
He's the bassist.
Mick Mars
And yeah,
is the guitarist.
Mick Mars is the guitarist. I was like, oh, they have the 3 guys: Vince Neil, Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee, and then they have some no name playing the other instrument. And it's like, no, it's Mick Mars. And I was like, oh yeah, fucking Mick Mars.
Yeah, and also the no name is usually the bassist. I mean,
Yeah, it's weird.
Panic at the Disco, Brendan Urie, Ryan Ross, Spencer Smith. Is that his name?
You would
The
know.
drummer? I don't fucking know.
You would
And
know.
then the bassist, who recently got in trouble for, I think he had possession of, I don't want to fuck it up, but he got arrested for something recently and it made headlines.
It's like something bad.
Yeah, I want to say
Something like
amphetamines, but like I
I
don't
thought
know
it
that
was
for
like
sure.
child porn.
Oh no, it was drug related.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, those are the names of the 4 boys. They actually fucking hated each other when recording this record. Couldn't stand to be in the room
This is
together.
their 4th album.
I don't know about that.
I think it's their 3rd or 4th album.
Let's find out. And so, the producer of the album actually forced them to record the album like separately. Like he, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th album.
5th album.
He forced them to record separately, which for the era, super uncommon. You know, like.
But honestly, when you listen to it, and then because the Spotify version has some demos that I listened to, I think it helped
Oh yeah.
because it like do your thing, do it at your best, and then we can put it all together. And
I mean, that's why that is like the studio
norm.
standard of today.
So Motley Crue set the standard.
Yeah, by hating each other and being just unbearable to work with in a group.
Let's be honest though, when like you start becoming big, especially after your 2nd and 3rd album,
Yeah.
if you're still together by then, that is a show of force. Like,
Yeah.
that means you guys really love each other. I mean, when did the first member of Panic at the Disco leave?
After the 2nd album.
After the 2nd album.
Yeah, so
And
5 to 6 years of playing together.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so this is, they're probably like 20 years deep at this
you get
point.
together and you start playing with each other because you know you're best friends and you love the music, and then the fame sets in and the money and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and
The
and
ego definitely.
the ego definitely sets in because unfortunately, if this podcast ever blows up, people are they're gonna have your fans, and they're gonna have my fans, and
Yeah.
I don't look forward to that.
Yeah, people who
Who's just like Trevor sucks.
The official
God, I hate this. Yeah.
I would say the official podcast that's 50-50 on Andrew and Kaya.
Oh yeah,
where,
Well, Jackson's just lovable, and everyone's there because of Charlie.
Yeah,
and
so
then Andrew and Kaya
are either like, no, Andrew provides good content, and Kaya's fun to listen to arguing. Then other people like it's fucking cringe and they're annoying. Give me more Charlie.
99% of the time I hate Kaya, and 75% of the time I hate Andrew. On that podcast.
So
just the way that Andrew
like,
talks is so narcissistic and egotistical, but that's another podcast.
Yeah. Like, no, like if people ever start listening because we are so different, like to us, like, you know, like as individuals, like we hang out all the time. So it's like we already know each other. We're accustomed to each other, but we are pretty different. So I could see why people would just be like, fuck Taryn or fuck Trevor.
Yeah.
Because the way they like the other.
We're yin and yang. Some people are racist and some people are all inclusive.
Which am I?
We all know which one you are.
Yeah, if you have to ask.
All right.
All right. So, Nikki Sixx actually wrote the album right after getting sober.
He started the band.
Yeah. So this album actually came after sobriety, which is weird because I feel like it still has all of the party elements. Like, you know, so it's kind of singing about writing music about what you know, but what you're not actually doing. Because he had just recently had a heart attack, a drug-induced heart attack where he was declared dead. And then they revived him with adrenaline shots.
Jesus.
And then Vince Neil's car crash happened.
Yeah.
Then they wrote and recorded this album.
So, was this album recording portrayed in that Netflix movie The Dirt? I think it was, because I remember that there was they were recording an album where they all fucking hated each other.
I'm pretty sure that's this one. And they had the car crash in the movie, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. That was a good movie. That was honestly, I did not watch that movie for like a year after it came out because I thought it was going to be shit. And I think you said that it was really good, and I watched it. And it was one of the best like music, I say biopic.
Yeah, that's the word I would go with.
But some people say biopic.
Oh, I thought you meant like you choose a different word. No, people say biopic.
I say biopic because it just sounds cool. Biopic, it's a biographical picture.
Well, it also just sounds like two separate words.
Yeah,
like
biopic is just cool.
It is two separate words, but like biopic sounds like bio.
We need to invent new words. Yeetist, elitist.
Fetus delete
I'm gonna fetus delete us and then yeetist elitist.
All right, so this was also Vince's last album until '97 when he came back to do the what's the name of that album? Generation Swine, and the self-titled Motley Crue album in the middle there was recorded by someone else
as singer.
Yeah, different singer.
And I think a different drummer. They had a couple different drummers until Tommy Lee came back in the early 2000s.
I don't know jack shit about that.
Yeah, I always get Tommy Lee and Tommy Lee Jones mixed up.
One's banging porn stars and Pamela Anderson. One's not.
Yeah, there's the Motley Crue drummer. So this is their last good album.
I could agree with that most of the way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the self-titled is really good. A lot of people sleep on it because it's not Vince Neil. And it's like, yeah, it's not, but it's still a really good album.
Yeah.
There are literally thousands of great albums without Vince Neil. Like, you're just upset that's a Motley Crue album without Vince Neil.
Yes. Yeah. So you're like, listen to the music for the music. Don't listen to the music and be like, well, this isn't Motley Crue. It's like, well, Motley Crue is what they decided to be. Just like this podcast is what we decided to be.
Yeah.
And you all can go fuck yourself.
And people who complain today, it's not Panic at the Disco anymore.
I think they're better.
Yeah. I would say
actually,
Pray for the Wicked was a step back down, but
yes, Death of a Bachelor was their pinnacle. The album before that,
Too Weird to Live,
Too Rare to Die,
is
good.
Really good. Vices and Virtues really good.
Vices and Virtues is a great album. That's an album that you're like, you start like, for me, I start listening to it. I'm just like, Oh fuck, I forgot. Like all these songs are on this album.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, Sarah Smiles.
Yeah.
Let's Kill Tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 bangers of songs. That's the Supernatural of albums. The early seasons of Supernatural, because you forget how fucking good they were.
Yeah, you forget about like the bank robbery episode.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into
the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Dr. Feelgood. So the
first album.
First song.
First album.
First song is Tnt Terror in Tinseltown. So this is just an intro song.
Yeah, just
It's
building
nothing
up.
really.
It's
It's nothing super important other than it sets the tone for the album.
Yeah.
I don't like the police chatter in the back half of it.
Yeah.
But the guitar in the first like 10 seconds is just like, here we go.
Yeah.
Motley Crue. That is Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's very like kind of cinematic in a way of like just like kind of like setting the scene almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
how do you feel about intro tracks? Because I feel like we've had a bunch of them now.
We
and
really
like,
have. I
and
feel like
interlude tracks and whatnot.
I feel like 50%, at least 50% of the albums we've done have had those, and I don't.
Have they?
I feel like
have they ever improved an album for you?
They've never improved an album, but I feel like they've made the transitions more smooth, so it feels like the album is more cohesive.
More like it's one overarching thing.
Well, yeah, and it just kind of glues the whole thing together. But that also kind of detracts from it too, because we live in a society that
You just wanted to say it.
we live in a society that it's all about the singles.
Yeah.
So albums, I don't think, are a big thing anymore. Obviously, they're still putting them out. But it's
That's not
for an album. I'm liking it.
Okay.
I'm liking it.
All right. So then we got the main star of the show, Dr. Feelgood of the Dr. Feelgood album.
Dr. Feelgood, I mean,
it's their
top
number
3
one
Motley Crue songs.
number one most listened to song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
This is their song. This is the Motley Crue song. Dr. Feelgood. It starts out with that classic drum riff, and then the guitar with like the whammy tremolo effect on it. You're like, oh fuck, here we go. Like, it's such a great song. Listening to it, one thing I appreciate about Motley Crue, especially after learning that I remembered that Mick Mars was their guitarist. Nikki Sixx is good on bass.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, he's
super
really
talented.
good. Yeah, like you can really hear it. Just fucking like go, and then
it's got some like fun funk to it and stuff where it's like
it's a little bit funky in this song, and then compared with Mick Mars's guitar, dun, dun, it's like it's like they're like making love. Mick Mars and Nikki Sixx. Their instruments are making love.
It's like he's a really talented rhythm guitarist with a really down-tuned
Yeah. No, that's what it is. And honestly, until I started listening to this over and over again for the last few days, I always thought that it was the guitar that was doing that whole intro riff, but it's actually not. It's them. It's the dun 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 dun. That's the bass, and then that's the guitar.
Yeah.
I always thought it was the guitarist.
Just one.
Just one, yeah, because I thought they down-tuned the top strings, and because that's what they do. Most of this album is down-tuned.
Yeah.
Except for the fucking acoustic parts. But this is a classic rock and roll song.
Yeah.
They're heavy metal, but this is hard rock.
I would say this whole album was very much inspired by like stadium rock music at that time, like the Aerosmiths and whatnot.
Oh,
like,
there's heavy Aerosmith
who
influence.
appears on this album.
They do?
Yeah, they do backing vocals on a few of the songs because they were in the studio at the same time.
You'll have to show me which one, because we'll talk about it when we get to it.
I have notes on which ones.
Oh, it's multiple?
2.
So we're talking about Steven Tyler?
I did a little research there.
Steven Tyler was in it? Oh.
Yeah, because he was always partying with the band. But yeah, so the song, classic, Vince's voice, amazing.
Oh, it's iconic.
Amazing. Like the second you just like hear it, you're just like, God damn, that's what's up.
But that's also, I see what because this kind of set the tone. This is their most listened to song. This is their biggest song. You listen to it. Anyone else sings this song, it's not right.
Oh yeah.
Like, so that's where I get where people are coming from. Like, oh, it's not Motley Crue. Yeah, but it's not the Motley Crue you want to listen to.
Yeah.
You know,
No, like that, like high, like nasally kind of shrill, but like super like powerful fucking vocal.
I wanted to talk to you about that because you hear it in all of his songs. There's one song where he does something completely different and it just doesn't work. But yeah, how does he make that noise?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
It sounds like he's singing like up in the back, up part of his mouth and out his nose.
Yeah.
But also from his chest.
It's got like a lot of hard palate on it, which is arguably wrong technique, but most rock singing is wrong technique. That's why it sounds good. Well, no, because like good technique is like the open throat, like kind of sounds.
Choir.
And it's like
choir sounds.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you classically trained cunts, no one cares.
Well, like, I think someone that is a music person told me that like Celine Dion sings incorrectly.
Yeah.
And she's one of the most renowned singers for her voice. And Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. Mm-hmm. She sings incorrectly.
Yeah. Brendan Urie, his vibrato is everything music teachers tell you not to do. You're not supposed to like tighten your jaw and like make vibrato. You're supposed to let your like breath naturally do it. And he forces vibrato and it sounds amazing. Like he does it incredibly. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's had a lot of practice doing it that way. Okay.
So what you're saying is if you practice the wrong way, you'll still do it the right way.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have the same sort of vibrato that Sinatra or Mercury has, but he's up there.
Yeah.
Like, he's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, and his live performances are fucking incredible, and he's pulling that off. I'd say even better than on the recording from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So anyway, Dr. Feelgood, it's about Nikki Sixx's old dealer getting him his fix. Nothing really too...
So it is about heroin.
Yeah, nothing really too deep there. It's pretty on the surface, which I do like about a lot of their music, because they're just like, here's what our song is about.
Oh, let's...
Fuck metaphors, man.
Yeah, like the next song.
Yep.
Slice of your pie. What is that about, Taryn?
Maybe went down to a diner.
It's about pussy pie. Which is funny because, you know that dolphin that's on the Rob Dyrdek's Ridiculousness? Chanel West Coast.
Oh. I was like, there's a dolphin.
Yeah, that fucking dolphin.
Yeah.
She laughs like a fucking dolphin. I remember... it's worse than that. She had I remember when I was a fucking teenager, I saw Fantasy Factory, and she had I
thought you were gonna say fan art,
or maybe it was Ridiculousness. She has a song because she's a rapper, called "Eat My Cookie."
There's two things wrong with that. One, why does she rap?
Well, that's why she's famous.
Really? I thought she was just famous for being Rob Dyrdek's friend.
Well, yeah, but then, like, that's not enough, so you wouldn't go be a rapper.
Yeah, sometimes doing porn isn't enough, and you want to start a rap career. Riley.
Oh, Riley Reid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go look that up.
Yeah, look up Riley Reid rapping. It's truly astounding.
Yeah. That is. But yeah. Yeah, eat my cookie, slice of your pie. Those are about eating pussy.
Yeah.
So we've gone heroin and eating pussy so far.
Yeah. So this is definitely the slow tempoed, kind of hard hitting, sexy sound that Motley Crue brings to the party a lot.
This one, yeah, I can see that.
Like,
the opening bit had like a very Ted Nugent vibe for me.
Yeah.
You know, like that weird northern rock. I don't know what to call it. Northern alt-right rock. That fucking piece of shit, Ted Nugent.
This is the Surprisingly Talking Shit podcast.
What? Ted Nugent's gonna come and shoot me with one of his guns. Actually, he can't because I'm not trapped inside a fence. What? He's one of those fucking fence hunters, whatever they're called. Big fence hunters. I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
Fuck Ted Nugent.
Yeah,
None of his music
I can
is
agree
good.
with that.
None of his music is good. But I like this song.
Yeah. No, it's a really good song. The solo was fucking dope.
Oh,
it was
my God.
Like, it was like a solo that needed to be there. It wasn't like a, look at how talented I am at guitar and watch me do an insane solo. It's just
fit
like
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fit really well. I was really I was really into it. Like I was like, yeah, here we go. That's it. Yeah. That is what this song needed.
Dude, I fucking love
Tommy Lee's drum intro though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it just fucking slaps after that.
Yeah. Like dude, like I'm pretty sure like there wasn't like sampling and stuff. I don't think that was a thing in this era, but it sounds sampled. Like all of his hits are super consistent. Like every hit of the bass drum is like a 100. Every time he hits down on it, it's just and it's like, God damn, like he is just a super intense drummer where he is smacking everything.
Oh yeah.
It just sounds like so fucking big. It's fucking insane.
No, yeah. You're right. He's going intense into it. He's a great fucking drummer.
Oh yeah.
I think he's kind of goes under the radar.
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything flashy.
No,
he plays
that's
the music.
Thing. He's like with the White Stripes. Meg White did what she needed to do. It was nothing crazy though. He's doing exactly what he needs to do and making it
as perfect as possible.
As perfect as possible and dense. Like there's substance to it.
Yeah.
Everything has meaning, you know, the just it's just exactly what it needs to be while not being overly flashy, but not being just barely enough, like with the White Stripes.
Yeah.
It's hard rock enough.
Yeah.
And when you listen to this album, like you see the influence of modern metal.
Yeah.
This is the band itself, but I think this album is very influential to modern metal.
Yeah.
From the chugging on some of these songs on the guitar.
Yeah.
And then his drum fills and just the way he does it. Because most metal isn't flashy on the drums.
Some genres it'll be fast, but it'll by no means be like...
It's not flashy.
Yeah.
It's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
But it's not flashy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy skillful. But it's like, that's what this song takes to get it made. And that... It's not out of place.
Yeah.
Flashy is almost out of place.
Yeah, like, Neil Peart is flashy. Rest in peace. But like
I never liked Rush.
Yeah. Like cuz their drumming is definitely like all over the place at some parts where it's like, all right, dude, I get it. You're super talented, I believe you. But yeah, so I personally love the like over sexy womanizer side of Motley Crue. Like it is so fun to listen to. Because like Motley Crue also kind of like sparked an era. Well, they like just started the whole like movement of like dudes that can just wear fucking gay looking shit like a leopard print shirt. But because they're such badass womanizers, like what the fuck are you going to say to them?
Like, is that what you're going for?
You looking like some sort of homosexual? All right, cool. I just got done banging like 8 porn stars on my tour bus. What the fuck are you talking about? Were they male porn stars? Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, they were. All right, cool. Your insult really is going to get to me now.
Says the dude wearing a cheetah print shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Yeah, no. Like they definitely changed rock and metal fashion, which is both a good and a bad, because then we ended up with fucking shit shows like Kiss.
No, Kiss was in the 70s.
Kiss was before them.
Yeah.
Well,
Kiss
either way,
was 70s.
Fuck Kiss.
Kiss was awful.
They look so metal, but I wanna rock and roll on.
Yeah.
What is that horse shit?
It's awful.
Yeah. Like I just don't understand Kiss. Like have you like ever like seen the like interactions of like their super fans and stuff like that? Like
they're awful.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like
it's all these mid 40 fucking tubs of shit who are obsessed with them.
And then they have like the dolls.
Dude,
like
I'd let Gene Simmons bang my wife.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's
weird. But yeah, so this song, not sure if you noticed it, the ending is inspired by "She's So Heavy" by the Beatles.
I was gonna say, that was literally in my notes. Is the way that it drags down the and then the Beatles song has a little fill and it fades out, and I was like, this sounds exactly like "I Want You." She's so heavy.
Yeah.
Off the Abbey Road album.
It was directly inspired by and ripped off from the Beatles.
Yes.
They cited it as it was a reference. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't like they were like, oh, we made this riff.
No,
yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't Vanilla Ice and Under Pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so up next we got the Rattlesnake Shake.
Rattlesnake Shake. What is this, a Ghost Wolves song?
You know, actually they ripped off the Ghost Wolves for the song.
So Rattlesnake Shake, right off the bat with that guitar, it's giving me some Lynyrd Skynyrd vibes.
Yeah, and not in a good way for me.
Oh, for a good way for me. It's giving me, I'm really digging it. One thing that this song started making me think is you got Dr. Feelgood, Slice Your Pie, Rattlesnake Shake.
Yeah.
They're all the same vibe, you know? They're all the same vibe, but they're not cookie cutter. They're all their own, their same songs, you know?
Yeah.
That show you this is Motley Crue without being repetitive. They're all different, but they're getting the same message across.
Yeah.
It's like a good way that I would put it.
Yeah. It just really, kind of drives the point home how, in on their sound they are, where, they can make anything, but it still sounds like them. Because their, style is so distinct. They can just, pull something completely out of left field, but it still sounds like Motley Crue. Because, they have just such that vibe to them.
Yeah.
Where, it really just probably makes writing for them significantly easier. That they're, never worried, ooh, I don't think the fans will like this. It's not Motley Crue enough. It's no, it's Motley Crue enough because you have that voice, that bass, that drums, and that guitar. It's just such a you sound.
This song, though, I really like. It's just a fun song. The intro is not... like a portrait of the rest of the song. I feel like the song, for you, I feel like it will get better. Does it get better for you?
Yeah, it gets better.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that. I figured you weren't going to like the Lynyrd Skynyrd sound of the intro, but they kind of jump out of that real quick and get into their own kind of a version. It's like the YouTubers who do covers of if I Write Sins Not Tragedy was a country song, and they do it.
Dude, I love that guy.
They do it better than if Panic at the Disco did a country song.
Yeah.
Because actual musicians like Brendan Urie would try and cover the song and make it sound as much like the original as possible.
Yeah.
Well, that guy is making this song sound like a country song.
Yeah.
And I feel
like this sound like it was never written to begin with, and then a country guy wrote that song.
Yeah, and then this is like them writing a Lynyrd Skynyrd song.
I can definitely
This
see
is their
that,
take on it. This is like heavy metal southern rock, and I fucking love it.
Pretty much the main drawback for the song for me, I like the song overall, strong 6 out of 10, but the lyrics are just so fucking dorky in my opinion. For the
dumb
lyrics.
The rattlesnake snake.
The rattlesnake shake.
It's so basic, but there's a blues.
I expect this to be
bluesy
played
tone
at
to it.
every dive bar across the country.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is played like right after Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, this is like the
The-
dive bar song.
The what is that? Is it like trumpets or horns or something at the end? I cannot get into.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's like the dun, 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 dun. I like that. I just cannot get into.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no-
I think it's a great song. You said 6 out of 10. I mean, I know we don't really
rate the songs
rate the
on their own,
songs,
but-
but I would say that for me, this is a 7 out of 10. This is, I mean, this album is honestly fucking loaded.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad for this song because it's surrounded by 4 fucking bangers. Like, it's up next is Kickstart My Heart. It's
which
just like,
I didn't even put any notes. I'm like, this is the one.
yeah, it's like
The one.
that song, Rattlesnake Shake, is just surrounded by greatness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, it's like being Mick Mars, you know? You're surrounded by greatness, man. You're good.
Yeah. It's a good song. It fits in with the album so far, and I'm happy with it. So
Yeah.
the one, the only
Kickstart My Heart.
heart.
Oh.
Oh, kickstart that, baby.
Oh, man. Fun fact, did you know the song originally was not going to be on the album?
Why?
Nikki Sixx wrote it about his dying in resuscitation. The adrenaline shot kickstarted his heart, and he felt the song was too personal and the guys wouldn't like it, so he didn't make it. And then the producer saw the notes for the song and was like, "Hey, what the fuck's that about?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just a song I was working on. Like, I don't want to put on the album." And he looked over it. He was like, "No, this needs to go on the album. Like, this is great."
There's a demo version on the Spotify album, and I listened to it, and you're like, yeah, I could hear someone listening to this in the studio going, "This is fucking great. We need to perfect this."
Yeah.
And then you listen to the version that everyone knows, and it is perfection.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Motley Crue song.
Yeah, it is the most, like, biker, badass, cool guy.
That opening riff, how he did that with the guitar, is just like,
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
iconic. You hear that and you're just like, oh fuck. That's
Bar fight? Bar fight?
Yeah, that's oh, that would be a good fucking song for a bar fight in a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, if that hasn't
Yeah.
happened, that's gotta happen.
Yeah. Probably an expensive studio decision.
Fuck if they fucking Kingsman had a Leonard Skinner song in there.
The
Quick-
church
or-
scene.
The church scene.
Yeah.
Then fucking Fox used Sweet Dreams for the Quicksilver scenes.
Yeah.
And X-Men, the only good scenes in those X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Um,
I can agree with that.
But that would be a great fucking song. This song, like, obviously Nikki Sixx wrote it because he would definitely knows what it feels like to get fucking adrenaline pumped into your fucking heart. And this is what this song feels like.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, obviously I don't know for sure, but that's what it sounds like to me. You hear this fucking song, dude. I remember when I was 21 and I was planning my trip out east on my motorcycle. I was making a Spotify playlist and guess what the first song was on that fucking album or the playlist? Kickstart My Fucking Heart.
I was really hoping you were going to be like Seven Nation Army, but Kickstart My Heart was second.
I can't listen to Seven Nation Army.
You can't?
I can't. It's
I can understand that. Same way I don't listen to I Write Sins Not Tragedies.
yeah. I don't listen to that song anymore.
Yeah.
either.
Well, it's not their biggest song anymore, but it's
oh
like,
no.
yeah.
But when it comes on, I'm just like,
Okay.
oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pew.
But no, the nice thing about Kickstart My Heart is, like, I doubt they did it as a marketing move, but it does perfectly blend their hair metal glam sound and the stadium rock sound for, like, metal that is super accessible to everyone. Like,
yes.
Like, it wasn't, I don't think it was like all right, we need, we need to pull it back on the metal a bit so more people listen to it. Like, I don't think that was a decision, but that's what the song ended up being. Like, and it's fucking perfect for it. It's like, I don't know anyone who dislikes this song. Like,
Old grandmas
okay, that's fair, but like,
who didn't like it when it came out.
yeah. They still looking at it like it's devil worship music.
When it's like really personal. But yeah, this fucking song, just musically, is perfect. You get the fucking guitar, then you get Tommy Lee's drums coming in, just da da da, and then he's just getting fucking into it.
Yeah.
And then, it just all blends in perfectly. And then
yeah, nothing's out of place. Like
nothing is out of place.
Everything was so like tightly cohesive. Where it was
especially for them not being in the studio.
Yeah. Which also just is a nod to how great their producer is. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I had his name somewhere. I forget. Well, I mean, like...
Producers apparently make good music.
Yeah.
Then why do they just become part of the band? Why don't you just have a vocalist, a drummer, a guitarist, a bassist, and a producer?
Do you know why the producers aren't part of the band? It's because they know they're fucking basement-dwelling dorks who would never make it in the music scene. Because I would say music is 30% skill, 70% like
15% concentrated power of will, 5%
like,
pleasure, 15% pain, and 100% reason to remember the fucking name.
Like, I would say Tekashi 6ix9ine has very minimal talent. I would say most modern mumble rap garbage has minimal talent. But because they're these personalities and they look the way they do, he has silly rainbow hair and tons of tattoos. That is why people listen to him. Oh, he's so relatable.
It's branding.
What?
It's branding.
Yeah.
They're more of a brand than they are an artist.
Yeah, that's why this dude probably has like fucking glasses and like shitty facial hair, probably like 140 pounds, 6 foot tall, just fucking weird, lanky ass looking motherfucker. He knows he's not a rock star, but he knows he can make great rock music, so he becomes a producer. It's like a dude who's not tall enough to play basketball, so he becomes a coach. All right,
you're not wrong, and they're instrumental
really
into winning championships. Yeah,
just he's sitting there like, man, I really understand this game. If only I could touch the rim.
But yeah, this is the best Motley Crue song. It's my favorite off the album.
Perfect.
Yeah, this song, it's like you listen to this album and you got Dr. Feelgood, Slice of Your Pie, Rattlesnake Shake, and then Kickstart My Heart, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't know if I can take anymore. This is just like eating a whole cake. You're like,
it's a whole pie.
It's not just the slice; it's the whole pie. Could you imagine a pussy tasting like pie? I would never do anything else.
Oh no, I'd be kind of thrown off. I'd be like, did she like put something down here to like?
Well, no, but if it was like normal,
if
like that was just
normal,
like you've always known that. But it was just like, but it always just like
sweet tooth.
What would be your favorite flavor? Apple.
I'm not much of an apple. I'd probably go for a pumpkin. Go for the basic white bitches.
It changes with the seasons. Oh God, is it fall?
It reflects your diet.
Is it fall time? It tastes like pumpkin spice.
Are we gonna get 14 more days of winter?
Oh.
Yep, still tastes like gingerbread.
Oh my God.
Too much allspice in there.
Oh, that is disgusting. It's not disgusting. That would make my life so much better. Why do I say that's disgusting? That's the greatest thing ever. I would definitely appreciate Christmas more if it tastes like gingerbread.
What's a spring food? Like, what do you like associate with spring?
What is a good spring food?
Oh, it tastes like salmon. Oh dear. I don't know. I guess like a citrusy tart maybe. So you go down to the girl, it's nice and orangey.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad. What would be summer?
Pineapple.
Oh, I've never had Dole Whip from Disneyland, but I've heard it's really good. That's like their thing. They have like Dole Whip, pineapple and like whipped cream.
That's weird.
And
Never.
I would love for it to taste like that based on what everybody says. And I've smelled it because people, like, I knew someone who had like a Sensi that had it, and they got, because they love Disney, and I smelled it. I'm like, I could eat whatever this is.
Dude,
It smells so good.
our former roommate's obsession with Disney was fucking
It's every fucking girl. Every girl is obsessed with Disney.
the greatest. Never mind. Not a girl. The greatest person I've ever dated.
I just love how you throw that out there. Like, look, I'm not as bad as I make myself look.
I'm woke. I love them non-binary broads.
I love that saying.
Such
It's
a good
so
saying.
great.
All right, we got Without You next.
Oh, Without You, a goddamn motherfucking 80s ballad that just tries to ruin the album.
All right, so then... And then we followed up with some slow, sad shit. It's about Tommy Lee and his girlfriend at the time. Who gives a shit? It's slow and it comes out like a bad diet.
Comes out like the fucking carnivore diet. You just shit your pants.
Never trust in a fart again.
God damn it. Without You is awful. And there's this one point where they put an effect on his voice as it trails off from, I think, the chorus it is.
Oh yeah, that kind of like chorusy, like
I
like
hate it. Oh, it's awful because the guitar has the same effect on it.
Yeah,
And they try it, and it sounds like they're both fucking going through the same line and the same pedal, and I hate it.
yeah.
This is awful cookie cutter 80s power ballad.
Yeah,
This is like
it's
some Night Ranger bullshit.
It's No Home Sweet Home.
It is No
Yeah,
Home Sweet Home.
Yeah, but they tried to redo it. Basically, they're like, man, we had a lot of success with that. So even they tried to rip off themselves.
Yeah. So this honestly is like, okay, the rest of the album is so good, I can forgive this one.
Yeah, I get that now. I don't knock them for trying to do a heavy song again, or do a sad,
one.
slow song again, but like,
You kind of have to. I mean,
yeah,
you
you need to
can't-
have something to change pace.
You can't make 10 or 11 songs and be like, I can do 3 more heavy metal songs. You gotta, you just, when you're being creative, you're like, I gotta also express my soft side, you know? Obviously, these bunch of fucking cheetah print shirt wearing,
Leather
players.
clad, fucking
yeah.
hair out to here, fucking
God, I can't believe.
guyliner wearing. Fucking queers. Yeah, no, it's
This is a bad song.
yeah, it's a bad song.
It's a 80s power ballad that I'm sure people over the age of 40 who grew up in the 80s,
Like I'm sure
there are probably enough people out there who are like, this is a great song.
I'm sure there's
sure
some
you love it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some woman in her 40s when she's finally alone in her SUV after dropping her kids off at soccer practice who has this song come on and they're singing the song.
Without you.
And they're just like, this song gets me. Why didn't I have a Tommy Lee?
Because you're not Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, you know, I'm big enough fucking cans.
Yeah. You weren't on Baywatch. You watched Baywatch.
Yeah. You watched Baywatch and then complained about body standards. Dude,
Not back then.
yeah. Dude, so I saw a post today that I fucking agree with where it was like, people need to stop acting like models are body standards. Like, you know, like, oh my God, we need to stop with these unrealistic body standards. That's not the standard. Like, that's the top 1% of people.
It's like comparing yourself to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
In your wallet.
Yeah, or comparing your basketball skills to LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it's something you could aspire to like try to achieve, you know, like you look at models and you're like, man, with hard work and dedication, I could try to look that good.
But that's also not healthy.
I wouldn't say it's unhealthy. That's no different than looking at LeBron James and being like, man, I really want to practice to be that good.
Well, the way models do it is unhealthy because there's no way to be that small and for a long period of time.
I would say fitness models I'm also lumping in there. Like someone
okay. Well, yeah.
someone like Steve Cook, where it's like, man, I want a
Who?
famous fitness model.
Yeah, fitness model.
Yeah.
People are talking about these things they see on Vogue, not Men's Health.
Yeah, but I would say even like a lot of models nowadays aren't just the skin and bone look. Like Victoria's Secret models.
They got a little plump.
Yeah,
And
they got some bounce.
Oh, they got some
They got more bounce than a Bring Me the Horizon. So.
Yeah, see, I feel like they get their models from Pog on Reddit. Pag, fat ass girls.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to be racially inclusive.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, like, because people, like, look at the 1% and is like, why is that the standard? Because they're trying to sell shit first off.
It's also not the standard.
Yeah, it's not.
I have my own standards, and guess what? They're low.
Is that why I'm your best friend?
I had no standards back then. I was 10.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was 9.
That sounds like an argument a pastor would make. Oh, he doesn't have standards yet. He's only 10.
Okay.
Just, okay. We're going in a different direction now.
Yeah.
So up next, we got Same Old Situation. SOS.
Same Old Situation.
So do you know what the song's about?
I don't know exactly what it's about, but I'm guessing it's probably about a situation that this person has been in several times.
It's about chicks breaking up with you to go be lesbians and fuck other chicks. And they didn't tell the studio that because they knew they wouldn't put the song out there if they did tell them that.
That makes sense. Same old situation, same old ball and chain.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, it's still going to be the same thing. You're just going to be eating pie.
Yeah.
Instead of hot dogs.
So the
it does kind of look like a pie now that I think about it. Is that where this comes from? The peace sign and
Jesus Christ. So anyway, the studio loved it so much they were like, "Oh man, the song's great." And Nikki Sixx was literally sitting there thinking like, "And if only you knew what the song was actually about, you would fucking hate it." And then after the album was released, they said, "Oh yeah, the song's about chicks fucking chicks." And the studio was just kind of like, "Fuck." Song's already out there. But like at the same time, they're okay with the song about doing heroin. Welcome to the 80s. Chicks fucking chicks? No. Heroin?
even
yes, please.
Even though now lesbian is in the top 5 of porn categories.
I would say it's top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top
like,
3, but you know there's all these like you have stepbrother, stepsister. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know, stepmom.
Teen has been number 1 for like the past like fucking decade.
And that is a problem.
No, the problem is most of them aren't even teens. They'll get a girl like that's 24 and just be like, yeah, she can still be a teen.
Yeah, because it's a look.
Yeah.
It's a look, and that's what's fucked up.
She's got them big doughy eyes. Fucking cum on her face.
You sound like a porn director.
Yeah.
Would you ever direct a porn?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I would, dude. I'd hold the camera. I would be telling them what to do. Well, fucking. Do you know what my first move as director would be? I would try and like mathematically find like at what percentage of the video does the average person finish, and have at that moment the scene where the like behind the dude ball shot happens.
You're an asshole.
Just slapping away in front of the camera.
Also, I really hope that you tell the guy to shut the fuck up. Hey, Jeff, you make a fucking noise, you're fired.
No, I'll tell him to make more noise.
Just sounds like John Bernthal in The Punisher. Oh my god.
All right.
Same old situation.
Um,
Our favorite lesbian porn.
It was repetitive as fuck for the chorus.
It was.
But the verses were so fucking good.
They were. this is another great song on the album. They made up for their fucking power ballad. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we had a little blip, but we're back on track. Okay, you
Yeah.
know, it's like a trip, and we just stopped off at the rest area, and now we're back on doing 90 going down the fucking freeway.
Yeah, you know, you had to shit in a fucking bathroom that
Wendy's
looks like it
bathroom.
hasn't been cleaned since '89.
Yeah.
And
Like Nikki Sixx definitely did heroin in this bathroom.
yeah, there's blood on the sink, and you're just like, okay, you know, someone covered up a crime here.
But yeah, it's a great song. The guitar gets a little chuggy.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
it really gets a little down tuned down the riff. I think it has some drop C.
Possibly. I know that there's a few songs on here that are drop D. I know Kickstart My Heart is drop D.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great song. They do drop it. While it is a very hard rock metal song, it's also a little poppy, and I think Vince's vocals make it a little poppy because they're very bright and same old song and dance. Like it's very It makes it more commercial, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, it's more stadium rock for sure. Like I could just see that like being played in Madison Square Garden for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I concur.
No, it's not bad because of it, but it's definitely like I would prefer without, but it's still good.
I don't know. I feel like it's the Motley Crue sound,
Yeah.
especially on this album.
Yeah. No, this is definitely their most like radio sounding album, which isn't bad. Like it it just is really well produced and well put together, which isn't a hindrance, but it definitely like detracts almost from like what Motley Crue normally was in a way, where they were a more rough around the edges band. But it's still really good. I like it.
Yeah, when they were shouting at the devil.
Yeah. Up next, we got Sticky Sweet.
Sticky Sweet, Nikki Sixx.
Featuring Steven Tyler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nikki Sixx rips.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Mick Mars. That's what I meant. The intro.
Oh, yeah.
The intro, he rips into it. He's fucking going. And now that you say that Steven Tyler was in this song, I remember listening to the So Sticky, the chorus part. And I remember it sounded a little weird. And I'm like, this is very Aerosmith-like.
Yeah.
This song.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, now that you say Steven Tyler was in it, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because it sounded a little Aerosmith-like.
He was just in the studio, same time as them, recording his own music. And they were partying, doing drugs together all the time. So, he was like, yeah, I'll do the backing vocals for some of your guys' stuff. And this was one of two that he does the backing vocals on.
This song, though, I can definitely tell was written with guitar in mind.
Yeah.
Because Mick Mars goes fucking off on it. His guitar is epic in this song.
Yeah. Which really is a good sign of Nikki Sixx that he can write with kind of the other members in mind for letting them show off their chops, basically.
Is Nikki Sixx the main songwriter of the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the main creative force of the band. I'm pretty sure he even writes the lyrics and the vocal melodies.
Except for the shitty ones Tommy Lee does.
Without you.
Yeah, Tommy Lee, we could have done this without you.
But yeah, so this song's okay.
So the chorus is a little repetitive with it. So sticky, but it's not bad. It's still kind of catchy.
Yeah.
So I like it. It's sticking with the album so far.
Yeah. But this is definitely the song you fuck to.
This is the song you finish to. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you last this far into the album?
Oh, you're right.
I'm usually done by Tinseltown.
Song's a minute and a half.
Dude, I had a coworker ask me if it's normal for their girlfriend to withhold sex from you, and I just looked at them why are you talking to me about this?
That's always an awkward conversation because obviously you're in an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah. Like, I get that it's, like, his first real relationship, so he has some questions, like, just not knowing how stuff works in a relationship. But I was just like, yeah, I think you guys need to talk through these problems.
Why don't you just stick your dick in her mouth, see what happens?
Yeah, just pull it out, just...
Hopefully she bites it off, because obviously you don't need that thing.
Anyway, so the riffs were fucking fire here is in my notes.
They were. Steven
no,
Tyler finally did something good.
It's, I would say they have a good song. Dream On.
That's your favorite Aerosmith song?
Yeah, I think it's the only one I know.
Walk This Way? That's a good one.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's
That's
good.
more hard rock than Dream On.
Yeah, but...
There's a lot of good Aerosmith songs. Dude Looks Like a Lady.
Which is about Motley Crue.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
Though. Like if you just like, dude looks like a lady. That's stadium fucking rock. Holy shit.
But anyways, like...
Steven Tyler looks like a fucking lady. Shut the fuck up, Steven Tyler.
But I'm not wearing, like, makeup.
You have giant lips and long fucking hair. You got who's the fucking comedian? Is it Patrice? It's like you got dick sucking lips.
Yeah. But no, they really nailed the like slow, but like it still has some like fire to it vibe in the song.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to be fast to be like high energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. The tempo is right where is a good like fucking song. This is like where you slow down as you're finishing. This is a finishing song.
Wait, you slow down to finish?
After you finished and you're like, it's so sticky. Oh, fucking shit. It's 11:11. Make a wish. I wish WandaVision's a good episode tonight.
I mean, it fucking Barbie is the finale. I wish that they kill off both visions. Anyway, I don't.
Jesus.
All right. She Goes Down.
Oh, the sequel to Slice of Your Pie.
I wonder what the song's about.
Reciprocation.
You get what you fucking deserve.
She Goes Down. Yeah.
Filler song.
My first note was down on what? Your dick. Make Mars ripping it up yet again.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Yeah, the instrumental work was really good, but
the bass was a little more present and audible.
It was just such a filler song lyrically and vocally. Like it was just like, hey guys, did you know we're still Motley Crue, that band that has lots of sex? Listen to our music. I mean, like at this point of the album, I can't really.
I liked it. I actually really did like this song. The bass was a little more present, so it felt fuller. And the solo was really, I don't know if it was a solo or just kind of like some sort of like filler bridge riff thing. But it was very blues. I could tell he used the blues scale, and I appreciated that. Because he just worked his way up the blues scale, and I was like, oh, that was impressive. But it was quick, and it was over, like sex. Like when she goes down. The lyrics were very simple. Yeah. But I didn't hate it. Like they're somehow able to do very simple shit, but they're not bad. Like she goes down, she goes down, she goes down, down, down. Like, what is that? That's not a lyric.
Apparently it is.
That's a stutter.
Dude, I saw this joke recently. I'm going to share it with you. This isn't a joke by me. So I fucked a girl with a stutter recently. I was able to finish before she could say no.
Oh my God. I'm not laughing. Not laughing.
All right, so next we got Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away.
I'm stealing that and saying that to people. Don't go away, mad. Just fucking go away.
So this song is actually a quote from Clint Eastwood saying the line in Heartbreak Ridge, which came out in 1986. So yeah, it's actually a quote from a movie. I fucking love the quote. And
Oh yeah, I love the song title.
yeah.
It feels a little power ballad though.
Yeah, it's another slow one. Feels like something you listen to when you're going through a breakup.
Yeah, but it builds itself back up, and it kind of gets back into the electric guitar and the power chords. So it ends up saving itself, but it's not Home Sweet Home, but it's
Yeah.
not Without You.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the middle
Yeah.
where I'm okay with this song being on the album.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's like it fits a certain like hole in the album better than Without You did.
Yes.
Where it's like here's our slower, softer side. Where Without You was just like didn't feel like they were trying to show like, hey, here's our slow, softer side. It was more like a, hey, here's a slow, soft song.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but I didn't want it. Well, you fucking got it.
So another thing with these fucking power ballads, what is with the acoustic guitar with the bright, bright, bright tone on it? I hate it. It sounds awful. And it's just like it's like two strums every bar.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't give it a little more fucking, a couple more upstrokes.
And like it's always like such like a slow strum too, so you can really hear each string on the way through. Where it's like and it's like, okay, I get it. You can strum really slow. I'm proud.
Yeah. This song does save itself, so it's not bad, but I'm not putting it on a playlist.
Yeah. It's not playlist worthy.
It's not playlist worthy.
And
but
then we close out the album with Time for Change. Well,
is that the one that you're closing it out with?
Did you include the demos?
Well, there was like demos, and then there was one at the very end. Get it for free.
I didn't listen to it. Because I would just hit the demos and then start over.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
I don't think Get It For Free was actually on the album, but
okay.
It didn't say demo on it, so I listened to it just in case and made notes.
Okay. I'm going to assume this one's about getting sober there, Nicky boy. Time for change.
Time for change. And here's my note on it. How can a band with the best power ballad not be able to do a good second one? I mean, it's another fucking power ballad.
Yeah.
And what a fucking cliche topic. Time for change. Yeah. Yes, I get it. You went through it. But I now that I think about it, they were probably one of the first bands to start doing songs about drug rehabilitation.
Yeah, because like it was either just like you lived long enough to see yourself become the villain. Because like, like when you're a rock star, you gotta always be the rock star. You always gotta be doing the party drugs and stuff. It's like, oh, you're not doing drugs anymore? Well, you're not a rock star anymore. Like, I feel like that kind of went hand in hand, definitely for the era. So, yeah, I would say they're probably one of the earlier ones to be like, hey, yeah, we're like done doing drugs and trying to be better over here now. Let's make music about that. And people are like, what? Thought you guys were doing cocaine still. Just like someone in the back of the stadium, just like when they start singing the song, he's just... What?
But yeah, this is just a cookie cutter power ballad 80s song, and it's no Home Sweet Home.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Home Sweet Home will forever be the best power ballad. And you can't change that. Poison doesn't have anything on it, with Every Rose Has Its Thorn. That song can go fuck itself. God, that's an awful fucking song. Bret really Michaels is an awful person.
I don't know shit about him. I just know I hate his music.
He had like a VH1 show or something like that, and he was just a shitty person.
I mean, like, that tracks. I feel like you could argue that point for anyone famous in the 80s. I don't think like there's a person that was famous in the 80s where you could look back on their life and be like, yeah, I was a good person.
I mean, the greatest president, Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah, true. He had no flaws in his run.
No, he did not. the quintessential American man. So
I'm ignoring that.
I almost dropped my phone. So
All
yeah,
right.
it's
Yep, it's a slow power ballad outro. It's whatever.
So what did you think of the album?
I personally really, really, really like the album. I give it an 8 out of 10.
You give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
So I really like the album. I'd say the 3 power ballads.
Yeah.
One of them being middle of the ground, the other 2 being, I'd say, 2s and 3s.
One was like more just like of an acoustic song than a power ballad. Without You. It wasn't like really that like.
Yeah, Time for Change was definitely power
Yeah.
ballad. Without You was more of acoustic.
Yeah.
And I did not like it at all. I would say that
those 3 songs don't like detract from how great the rest of the album was.
The rest of the album is so fucking great.
Yeah.
Dr. Feelgood, Kickstart My Heart, and those are just the songs that everyone knows.
Yeah.
The other songs are great. I'd say they're 6s and 7s at least, you know.
Yeah.
All the other songs at least, well, Kickstart My Heart and Dr. Feelgood's are 9s, if not 10s.
Yeah.
Kickstart My Heart, I'd say, is probably a 10.
Yeah.
For me, I give the album a 7.5.
7.5.
A 7.5, just because it is that 80s hair metal in a way.
Yeah.
It's a little harder than hair metal. It's not Night Ranger, you know?
Yeah.
Or any of those other fucking bands. But it is still really good, I think.
Yeah. No, tons of fun. Like,
oh, yeah. Same Old Situation is a great fucking song. I didn't know it was about lesbians. That makes me love it even more.
most of this album is something you drive in a yellow convertible with the top down in, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's
a fucking fun thing to listen to. Like, if you're going to Florida, you listen to this album on the way there.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right.
So we're going to the next album now. So we pick it out of a hat. It'll be a modern album. I swear to God, this better be I Don't Know How But They Found Me. It's McCartney 3, isn't it?
So this coming week, we have the 2020 release by Bring Me the Horizon, post-survival horror.
I don't know if this is a good thing or not.
I personally love this album. It's
What's it called?
It's an EP, post-survival horror. Not horror. And it is about the pandemic.
9 songs.
Yep.
32 minutes. It's got Baby Metal on it and Young Blood.
Yep.
Featuring Nova
you've
Twins.
listened to...
I've listened to the Obey, and I think I like Baby Metal.
I don't think you do, but we'll find out. Yep. No, it's a... What the fuck is this?
Okay.
Yep. No, it's probably my favorite release of 2020, so I'm pretty jazzed about that.
That's your favorite release of 2020?
Yeah, just favorite EP album release of 2020. Yeah, and it was written like toward the start of the pandemic. Obviously, it's about it, so they were able to have a pretty quick turnaround on having a topic and then writing a full ass album about it.
See, I'm glad that I didn't put this out because I wouldn't know what BMTH is.
Yeah, you just looked over and been like,
what is boomth? Boomth. So.
All right, so we will be back on... When did we release?
On Fridays.
Yeah, but he'll be seeing it on Friday. So we'll be back Monday with an episode of Surprisingly Sober, where we'll be talking shit.
And getting hit.
Yeah. And we're about to go watch the new episode of WandaVision. And I'm going to ignore my text from work being like, hey, can you come in early?
No, WandaVision's
I'll be there when WandaVision's over.
So catch us on Twitter at Surprising Twit. Catch us on Instagram, Surprisingly Podcast. And that's pretty much it because that's all we really care about.
Yep.
And
I mean, like, what other social media? What?
Parlor.
You know, funny enough, there's probably going to be a lot of Motley Crue fans there.
Well, yeah, because which is so funny how these fucking alt-right people just put these blinders on to everything
And listen to like 80s and 90s like hair metal and like power metal and stuff like that. Like for whatever reason, white nationalists love Pantera. And it's just like if you say anything bad about Pantera, just wait for the pictures of dudes sitting in their trucks with no fucking jawline just to like come up in your DMs just like, you don't know shit about Pantera. Pantera's the greatest band that's ever lived.
But no, I'm just like how they put these blinders on and they listen to, like Motley
Same old
Crue
situation.
like Motley Crue, who's a band of drug addicts, and I guess the best word to call them is metrosexuals.
Yeah.
Because they dress like that, yet they talk shit. You know, these alt-right people in Parlor talk shit about, gays and trans people.
They look like a bunch of fags. Motley Crue.
Yeah, they love Motley Crue.
Yeah. And then like
It's
most
like Motley Crue doesn't like you.
most metal and stuff like that is based around anti-establishment and like anti-police and stuff like that, and being against presidents like Reagan. Like I would say Reagan was the driving force of most metal and punk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why do you listen to it then? Like,
Because it's just like, oh, power chords.
And then they're like, why is music getting so political these days? Why does it have to be so political? What did you think Rage Against the Machine was?
What did you think Bob Dylan was?
Yeah.
Other than a fucking dude trying to sing while having a fucking vibrator shoved up his ass.
Oh, I thought he was trying to impersonate like a molested goat.
I hate Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Welcome to Surprisingly I Hate Bob Dylan podcast.
It's not surprising.
Yeah.
I think I've said it fucking enough.
Yeah.
So
All right. So that is...
we need to go.
Yeah, that's the episode.
All right.
We have about 30 minutes before WandaVision.
Yeah, we got to edit this thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
All right. We are r/signing off.